Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about what to look for before buying a web hosting. So you want to purchase a web hosting account, and there are certain things you should consider, which a lot of people do not consider. At the end of the day, they end up writing negative reviews about some web hosting online. But if you are actually listening to a video like this, you would have actually prevented yourself from having this issue and choose the perfect web hosting for your business. But a lot of people actually do a video like this, and at the end of the day, they come back to start asking questions like which is the best web hosting provider to use for so and so website. All right. So without being said, let me tell you what you should look out for when you are buying a web hosting provider. Understand? When you are buying a web hosting from any of these provider out there. So number one thing you should always and always look out for is to look for uptime guarantee. Right? A lot of web hosting has downtime. Like the downtime is much in this web hosting. So you have to ensure to look at their uptime. How often are they up? So how often will your website be up? So uptime guarantee, look for at least, even if it's not possible, 75% uptime guarantee. They should be up to 75%, right? So you should ensure to actually look at 75% uptime guarantee before you decide to purchase a web hosting from any of these servers or providers. Number two, look at their speed and performance. Now, the speed of the web hosting will determine how fast your website is and how slow your website is. Now, one time people were complaining that Google Host was very slow, that their server was slow. So if you could remember those times, if you were in the internet and there, well, that they actually worked on. I didn't know if it later became very, very fast because I left their platform quite some years. But what I'm saying is speed, server speed actually very, very important. It will actually determine how fast your website is going to be, because if the parent holding your website is slow, how would your website be? Number three, you also look at their customer support quality. First, before you purchase a web hosting service from any of these providers, go to the customer support, ask a question, see how long they take to reply. Create an account, write to their ticket, their support ticket, see how long they take to reply. If they take a long time to reply, then be very careful of such hosting. If they don't, if they take, let's say, between 24 hours to reply, then you are safe. You understand? Just know that that is how your hosting or your website issue or your or resolving problem on your web hosting will be actually. So let's say 24 hours, they reply every 24 hours. Know that if your website is down, it will take 24 hours for it to come back online. So number five, if I'm not mistaken, you should also look at their pricing and renewal cost. So hosting actually give you initial launch into their platform at a very, very cheap price, but the renewal cost is what is going to send you back to your village. So if you are going to purchase a web hosting, ensure that their renewal cost is actually cheap. It should be the same amount as the purchase cost. You understand? Now, number six thing you are going to look at is the reviews. What are people saying about this web hosting? What are people reviews about this web hosting? Are people actually giving it credibility, or is it losing credibility over time? So if you put that into consideration, you will find out that you have a better hosting for your platform. You understand? So it will shaping the way you actually purchase your services. It will shaping the way you actually view your business, because you don't want to purchase a web hosting that will be down at every point in time. Number seven, if I'm not mistaken, is the ease to use. How easy is web hosting to use? Some web hosting are there. You can't even differentiate. Here's the login page. Here's the register page. How to log into CPAN. It's very, very hard, and there's no even tutorial about them online. So how easy is the web hosting provider to use? You have to check that as well, so that you don't, at the end of the day, end up being in a very congested system. You do not know your left from your right. Then number eight, if I'm not mistaken, is the backup system. How easy can you back up your website? Do they have a backup system provided for you, or do you have to back it up manually? So how easy can you back up your website? You understand? There are some server that won't allow you zip your entire website. So check that out as well. Check what the ask questions on this web hosting about that, if it's going to be possible. Then number nine, you have to check of email deliverability. All right. So that email deliverability, like how often does your email deliver on the platform? There are some web hosting that when you send email, it goes directly to spam folder, right? It goes to spam folder. So you want to check if the email is going well to the inbox and if it's working. Some web hosting do not even send um, email at all. Understand? So be very, very careful of these ones when you are actually building your own service. You understand? So I think the last one you want to look up to is location of server. Please do not purchase server location from some of these bad Nigeria web hosting. So be very, very careful of your server location. If your server location is located in Nigeria and you know the current state of Nigeria, please run with your two leg. Get a server location from these big countries that have stable power supply, stable everything stable. You understand? There's no better way to actually explain this for you than what you should look at for. You understand? So I think these 10 tips will actually help you in what in how to actually purchase uh, your own web hosting to build your business or your business platform. Understand? So to check your server location, your domain IP, and the other things, you go to whois.com and then just put the website there.